Have you heard of Pop Scholars? It's a four-man, Grand Rapids-based, fast-paced improv team. Lucky to have two of the four in the house, Andy Allen and Matt Sterenberg. Give me a 1, 2, 3, hi.
What's going on?
Hello, hello.
What's going on? I'm doing a morning show. How about you?
Yeah, it's a great point.
Yeah,
There's
so
not
are
a
we.
whole lot right now for me personally. But
No, it's a bad day so far?
no, it's actually my birthday.
That's where I'm going. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm not even going to guess. 30 again, 20 again, maybe I should go there.
28. But I have a baby face. So some guy
I
actually
thought
thought
you
I
were
was
saying-
19 this morning, which is super affirming.
I thought you were going to say you had a baby.
I do have a baby. I have a baby, and yeah, you're right on today.
I have had the coffee. Well, I'm just practicing what you all preach, right, Matt? Matt, a little improv, and that's what it's all about, is kind of being on.
That's what it's all about. A lot of people will say, oh, I can't do improv comedy. And some people can't. But there are a lot of people that make stuff up all day, but they just don't realize it. You know, you really are improvising all the time if you really think about it.
Yes. Let's do some 101s. We know you have a performance this Friday night we'll get to. But Andy, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pop Scholars, who are you, and what makes you unique?
Sure. So we are a four-man improv team. We're based out of Grand Rapids. And I think the thing that makes us unique is just our pace. Us four guys know each other really, really well. And some of the nicest things that we hear when people leave is, my cheeks hurt so bad from laughing when they leave our shows. And I think that's when you leave Pop Scholars, you see it's not really gimmicky. It's just scene-based, really funny, really relevant. Yeah, it's like Seinfeld meets improv. That's probably too high of a compliment, but we think we're good.
Oh, start high and then you can drop back from there. Matt, tell me about the name Pop Scholars.
You know, people ask us that all the time, and I think it's a matter of we had to have a name. So we like the name, for the record, but Pop Scholars, I think that just kind of goes into what Review Magazine said about us once, obviously after we had the name, but they said that our show was relevant and intelligent. So you have kind of the pop element of it. It's, you know, current, and then the scholars portion would be the intelligence. So we try to, you know, do the highbrow stuff, but in a lowbrow way, if that makes sense. So you'd watch our show and you'd be like, oh, I think these guys are really smart, but they're kind of goofy smart, if that makes sense. All of us like to watch documentaries. There's an engineer on the team, but at the same time, we don't do it in a way that makes us seem really smart, if that makes sense.
You're hanging with the norm.
It's accessible, right? Yeah.
What's your background, Andy?
Sure. So majored in communication and philosophy. Then I worked at a college for a while, and then now I work in an education technology company. It's a startup based out of Scottsdale, Arizona, but we have a office here in Grand Rapids. And now I've been doing improv on the side for 9 years, and done a smattering of acting, done some Shakespearean plays throughout my quote-unquote career. So, yeah, it's just fun. Just a lot of different stuff.
And that baby at home.
And the baby, her name is Felicity, named not after the 90s sitcom or the American Girl doll, but just Felicity. She's great.
Matt, tell us your background.
So originally from the Chicago area. And then in terms of improv, Andy and I went to Calvin College together and joined the improv team there. That's where we met. And basically all of us graduated from college and decided that we wanted to continue to do improv, and said, why not start a team? We started performing at Dog Story Theater several years ago, and then now we're at Wealthy Theater because Dog Story was getting a little tight in terms of audience. So we moved to Wealthy. We love it, and it's kind of surprising that we've been doing it for 5 years. It makes me feel really old.
Oh, it's all relative. Tell me what's happening Friday night, October 17th at Wealthy Theater.
Sure. So we have a show at Wealthy. If you buy your tickets in advance, you can save $2 or $3 if you're a member of the CMC there. The show will probably go an hour and a half to 2 hours, starting at 8. We have a great time, and there is an open bar there as well that you can purchase alcohol if that's something that you would like to do.
Which kind of means it's not an open bar, right, Andy? Open bar kind of makes it seem like we're giving away drinks, that's sort of a lie that you just told.
False promises are the best promises I have found.
Yeah, it gets people in the door.
Right. It's not an open bar, but there is a bar there. Great point.
I'm watching the act.
Right.
I'm hoping,
It's happening
I'm hoping
right
you take
now.
that away. No, you're right. There are purchases for the food and drink, I would think. So how does this work? What do we see on stage?
Sure. So you're going to see 4 guys. We're going to ask for one suggestion, and we're going to do a variety of games or skits. They are, again, super fast-paced, and you'll just see... It's kind of like watching your best friends in your family room, we like to think, just really playing off each other really well. We always talk about the things that maybe sets us aside is how much we know each other and how much we like each other. So we tee each other up really well. You'll be surprised when you see some of us thinking the exact same things. And oddly enough, it's because we typically are. We just really know each other's kind of thought patterns and our likes. I know what Matt knows. I know what makes him really smart. I know what makes him funny, and I can, as an improviser, help him achieve those things on stage. So that's the stuff that you see at a Pop Scholar show.
Yeah, and it is based on audience suggestion, as Andy mentioned. So if the show's not any good, it's not our fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
really
I know what
what
you
we
mean.
try to push at the beginning, is that this is on you guys, okay, from start to
Absolutely.
finish.
Yeah, if you don't throw out the right suggestions, it's going downhill
And we
quickly.
yell at the audience if it happens.
And
We
then
don't.
I reaffirm them. Matt does that part. It's kind
Yep.
of a good cop, bad
Good
cop
yep,
thing.
Yep,
So, yeah.
exactly.
Does there have to be a leader of the group, or perhaps a leader of each routine?
I think that on any good improv team, people play roles, and it's not always the same person playing the same role. But if you have 2 people in a scene, and they're both trying to play the lead, for lack of a better term, they're going to be talking over each other, right? So you have a strong personality, and you have supporting roles. And so you don't know who that person will be at the beginning of a scene. But if Andy comes in and starts playing a strong character with strong opinions, I might want to support that strong opinion by playing a different type of character. So I wouldn't say that there's one leader, but you do have to listen and wait for those opportunities and kind of see what your scene partner is going to do.
Do you have a bed of props?
We don't. And I think that's another thing that makes us unique is that we just go out there and in some ways, for maybe a lack of a better word, it's just a raw performance. We're going to be wearing jeans and a button-down shirt typically. We almost always wear the same type. It's almost all plaid, and it's always on accident. So we have showed up to many shows dressed the exact same way. But no, and that's kind of the beauty of improv too, is that we transport you into wherever we are. The location, the relationship, the objects that we're holding, it's all completely mimed or made up.
Would you say 95% of your work gets a good laugh?
I like to think so.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
one of the things that when we started doing improv, we were obviously learning a lot about the craft, and kind of where we are now is that we are really we're happy with where we are when we do what we would maybe consider to be an average show. When we do something and people go, "That was a great show," and we maybe think, it wasn't as great, but our average show is actually at a really good spot. And then when we hit it out of the park, some nights that's a really good place. So we're pretty confident in saying, if you come to a Pop Scholar show, you're going to enjoy it because, again, kind of those relationships don't allow a bad show to happen on stage anymore.
I think the hardest thing to hear sometimes, and the greatest thing to hear, is after the show you talk to people that haven't come to a show before, and they finally do come, and they say, "I can't believe, I have never come before," or "I wish I would have been coming longer," or whatever it is. And so it's great to hear that they enjoyed the show, but also, how do we get people to, to know about it and to come that first time so they can keep coming back?
Let's do it. I want to give you the details for Friday night one more time, but it looks like you do this somewhat on a monthly basis. Here's one at Peter Wege Auditorium on the 14th of November. You have a December monthly.
Yeah, so we do shows once a month. We're going to do 2 shows during Laugh Fest. We've been doing shows at Laugh Fest every year. We've been at the Improv Olympic in Chicago. We've done shows all over the Midwest. But public shows are once a month. And we'll be sure if you come to our shows to give you like a magnet or something you can put on your fridge and hold your coupons if you have those.
Right. Because Pop Scholars is not just about laughter, it's about practicality and saving
Absolutely.
you money.
Yeah.
Is what we're about.
Just sold a ticket. Details for Friday night would be?
October 17th, 8 p.m. at Wealthy Theater. Come and visit us. You can buy tickets online by going to www.popscholars.com, or you can just go to Wealthy Theater's website. So either place will give you tickets.
2 of the 4 in the house, Matt Sterenberg, birthday guy Andy Allen. Take care. See you Friday night. Have fun.